Howdy, folks. Thought I'd give a little short G Money update. Not that my life's super exciting or anything that anybody really cares, but uh, something really strange happened yesterday. Earlier in the week, I was talking to the guy that one of my wholesalers who hooks me up. Hooks me up, I mean, like you've seen me talk about. I'm not going to mention the name during this video. There's a reason for it, but um, so we were talking about some stuff. He had some things in mind for some tackle and all this. So I told him, I said, the best earliest time I could get there would be Friday morning. So I show up Friday morning, 7:40 a.m. They don't open till 8, but he has another business down the little industrial park, like a few doors down. Actually, he has 3 businesses in there, and but his other main business is a HVAC company. So we get talking briefly, and literally the only reason I was going out there was to see what this opportunity was with this tackle thing. And I really can't divulge a whole lot on that right now. There's some reasons for it, but so kind of like I'm explaining to him, he doesn't really, I think, fully grasp my situation as far as homelessness and all the problems going on in my life. So he he gets to talking to me and tells me some good things that have happened in his life, and uh, he offers me a job. Doesn't really offer me. He tells me I'm going to go work for him uh, at $20 an hour, HVAC, which I know nothing about. So basically, I'm going to be an overpaid uh, humper. When I say humper, like gopher. I don't know. Um, So I try to be fully transparent with everything going on in my life. As far as I have some medical problems sometimes, ulcerative colitis, you go to the bathroom more frequently than others. And then, in my case, when I got to go, I got to go. Like now, there's no holding it or waiting. So I tried to explain some of that, solutions for that, and it just kind of kept going back and forth. And it was the craziest thing. I had been up for 24 hours, and I had worked all night at my other job, which is the worst job I ever had. And tonight's going to be my last night at that job. But so like all of a sudden, like I had no idea this was coming, and all of a sudden he's trying to put me in a truck in like 2 minutes with this guy, like this most senior guy on the, and I'm like, whoa, like I really appreciate it. That's like I've had no time to digest this. I've been up for 24 hours. I got 1 day off a week. I got things I have to do at my house, my mom's house. Check on her. She's dying of dementia. I'm trying, like, it was just the craziest thing ever. I mean, it's I'm very appreciative, but so there was a few things that has me a little concerned. One is I know nothing about HVAC. I used to dispatch for some HVAC companies many years ago. I don't know. I know how to send people there. I don't know how to do any of the stuff. But I did prepare a small tool bag. It's probably nothing to their standards, but I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Here's the other thing: the gentleman was real nice, and he introduces me. I didn't know he had a partner. So he introduces me to this other guy, and the guy's looking at me kind of weird. I get up, shake his hand, and he's looking, and then they go in the back room, they talk, and he comes out later and tells me like his partner, which is not really a partner. I guess he's like a guy he consults part of the business. I don't know. It was a weird situation, but he tells me the guy doesn't want to hire me. He probably told him my story or something. He didn't want any parts of me because probably I didn't have any experience. So I'm telling this guy, like, well, if your partner doesn't want me, it's not a very good start for me. I said, I don't know if that's a good fit for me. So then, so the one other thing was never really discussed. It was kind of a really weird situation how everything happened. But basically, I'm supposed to be starting Monday morning, 8 a.m. I'll be there at 7:30. I'm always early for anything like that. Um, but I'll be making $5 an hour more. It'll be Monday through Friday, basically 8 to 5, 8 to 4, or something like that, which allow me to sleep during darkness hours if I got to sleep in my van, which I've been doing a lot of that. The only problem is it's starting to get cooler gradually, and the next 2.5, 3 months it's going to get cold. So I can foresee myself getting sick sleeping in the van. But so let me see. There was the job opportunity, my medical problem, lack of knowledge, not being wanted. So it's like I'm like, it's a good opportunity. I feel like working around these guys that are experienced in that field, that they may start talking and say like, hey, this guy is an overpaid gopher. I don't know. Like, I don't know what they're expecting out of me. I just, my main concern is, I'm trying to work out something where I can take my van to job sites, because I have like a little restroom set up in my van. So if I got to go, I can go. And I know it's embarrassing to talk about, but it's reality. There is no holding it. If we're driving down the road and I'm in like these HVAC vans are packed from, they got all the racks and all the, there's really not a whole lot of space in there. And like the owner was telling me, he's like, you're not the first person that's ever had to use a bucket. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I got to subject these other people around me to smell this like every day. That's why I'd rather have my own setup. I have a nice clean setup to do that, if I have to. But anyway, I know it's kind of getting a little personal there, but could be some good things on the horizon. There's still something going on with the tackle. I don't know 100% on that. It's kind of very vague, but there could be something happening there. But so a little bit of good news. I always get very skeptical. I know people are going to say just stay positive, but like traditionally in my life, when I talk about the curse, if one good thing happens, then I'm always preparing for 2 bad things to happen. That's been my life. So right now I'm just trying to deal with it. So I'm somewhat excited, because tonight's going to be my last night at the job that I really hate, working nights. It's just god awful. But at least if I work tonight, it'll give me almost 40 hours for this week, the next paycheck. And then the other thing I was kind of concerned, I never really got an answer on how their pay cycle works. And, is it bi-weekly, weekly? Because if it's bi-weekly, I'm really going to be screwed. But the guy has made it quite clear. He goes, whatever help you need, I'll help you. So that's kind of cool. That part's kind of cool. But I just hate asking for help. It's the worst feeling in the world. So anyway, so that's a little unimportant update. Doesn't really flow with the channel, but it flows with some of my life I had to share recently. So that's where we stand on that. Be talking to you soon. This may not be uploaded until today's Saturday, so it might not upload till Sunday. So when I say tonight, it actually be last night, all that mishmash type stuff. Anyway, folks, stay positive. Always know your legal limits. Be talking to you.